So we're killing Manny today? That's the plan? That's what everyone agreed to? Okay, cool.
You figured out it was an all-mutant game?
Yeah. It's pretty obvious, I mean.
What was saying?
I said we're killing Manny, right? That's the plan, right?
Well, he said very little so far. I'm very suspicious.
Exactly, and like he seemed to be bouncing around from room to room, you know.
He's smiling too much, therefore he's evil.
Manny? Oh yeah, I agree.
That's his tell. If he smiles,
Excuse me.
All right, welcome back. Who would you like to nominate?
Any twins want to come out?
please
God,
no.
I hope not.
Please no. If there are, please do. But I hope there aren't any.
For the sanity of it all, please no.
The pit won't happen until tonight.
You know what? I think the fact that someone hasn't jumped to claim good twin tells us there isn't one. Because they can't both have agreed to not say anything about it.
I mean, I will tell you, after the game I had with now was the good twin with Jonah, and we kind of came out day one and we were just bickering the whole time. If I am the good twin / evil twin, I tend not to just say it immediately, just to let people breathe a bit. I don't want that to be the first interaction, day one.
I would say
That's
exactly the same thing from my one experience, that if I was a twin, I wouldn't say it.
You hated
but
that,
but I was the evil twin, so maybe a good twin would be more willing to come out. I don't know.
I don't think you can win for losing.
Simon, are you the good twin or the evil twin? And George, which one are you then?
Any nominations?
Do we need to do stuff in?
We need to Vortex. We need to kill for the Vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
does anybody have like a once per game thing they've already used and don't mind dying?
we're not going to give nomination, then I'll go
Oh,
ahead.
we need to nominate someone.
Let me juggle first.
Yeah, we're doing juggles,
Okay.
Manny.
Yeah, I'll give you time to juggle.
We could just not kill and re-rack if it's a Vortex.
Try something about
What chances,
I have used that argument before in games.
what are the chances of it being Fangu and a night player, 3 outsiders?
25%.
Matt, who's Russ? That's what I want to know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Russ is definitely the pit hag.
It's my evil twin, right?
If you get a 2 there, something's going on.
Cheers, Matt. I've now got to change mine. I'll have to do Matt instead.
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but get ready for that too.
Russ. It's always Russ.
Hey, tech guy, he's my evil twin.
All right.
So there's no clockmaker or seamstress or artist that sees their question or anything?
Yeah, clockmaker, spent artist, spent seamstress would be great.
We should always kill on 9 too.
Not a lot of conversation, so moving along.
I don't think there's a Vortex based on my
Says
information.
The Vortex, yes.
Based on my information and what what I
Any
learned.
nomination?
Yeah, who's the people they spoke
I'm
to?
going to nominate
it's accurate.
Jed.
All right, Sean nominates Jed just under the gun.
I was.
So for no reason other than to keep it going, because I really think we should kill. I have no actual suspicions, so I'm hoping somebody will pick up something and have an actual suspicion.
So I actually just said I nominate myself, but I was muted.
Oh.
I don't know if
do
I'm
you
a
want to
good
do a
co or
flower
not.
girl check as well?
I could. I could either. I haven't decided whether I'm good to kill or not. I could either be good to kill or really bad to kill. But if no one else is willing to die and there's no one's got night one info, it might not be the worst one in the world.
Okay. Any other pertinent information? Then we will start the countdown with George. You need 5 to kill.
We should probably get 5 just to.
5.
Then we can do
Yeah.
Flower Girl voting after.
Okay, 5 is enough. Any other nominations?
If we could do another nomination and have Jed, Matt, Ross, and Sean vote, we'll know it's not. We'll know whether it's a Vortox if there's a Flower Girl.
I'm
Nominate.
not being nominated.
You what?
I'll
Nominate
nominate. I'll nominate in case there's a witch. I'll nominate Chris.
Okay, Jed nominates Chris. Jed is dead.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Who
Wow.
chooses me to nominate on the first day? I never nominate.
Wow.
Reverse psychology. Wow. Okay.
Jed never nominates anybody.
I'm
Not
still.
gonna lie, I'm a
still
little
executed,
upset you were
so it's
muted,
fine.
Jed.
But that's a death. That's not an execution, right? So we can let this
Correct.
execution go through now.
You
and
still
we should
let me
just
be
have
executed,
Jed.
and it still
Oh, but
satisfies
just
the
if Jed votes now, he loses his dead vote, right?
yeah, I'm not
Correct.
going to vote.
No.
So yeah, I mean,
You
let's
can
exclude
probably
these 3
you can
votes
probably
then.
say I'm not the demon. since
Jed's,
it's-
yeah, Jed's not.
Yeah,
a demon.
that's pretty safe to say, Jed.
Excuse me.
Okay, so these 3 votes are good.
Okay.
So wait, if we don't execute though, now that Jed's dead, do we still?
We
lose
we
our
can
Vortox?
execute Jed.
It's
Jed
still
will
an
still be
execution.
executed.
Oh, okay.
But hasn't he already been nominated? He can't be nominated again, can he now?
No, but
I'm
he's still.
still
he's
on
on the
the
block.
still be executed.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah.
All right, for the rookie here, what just happened? I'm
The
scrolling.
witch
trying to
chose
read.
Jed, so there is a witch in the game,
Okay.
3 is
and
not
Jed
enough.
nominated, so Jed died.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other nominations? I suspect no.
Does anyone want to nominate for Town Crier, or I think we're probably okay.
But did
Okay.
you? No. Okay.
So with that, we're gonna go to sleep. Jed is executed, and the game continues.
Oh, am I not joining my thing yet?
Yeah, I think I figured it out now.
You know everything, Lynn? You figured out the whole grimoire?
Not the whole Grimhard, but I figured out something.
Is it that Manny's evil? Because we could just kill Manny. I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's a
Come
given.
on. Go
I think it's
Manny.
I think it's Russ.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
definitely
it-
Russ.
Yeah.
It is
Russ
Russ.
is sus. Russ is sus.
Yeah, I got it
All
too,
right.
everyone. So yeah,
He's
we need to
he's
kill
good
Russ.
looking. He's the good looking one. He's got hair. I hate that guy.
Is it a card shark or a card sharp?
You the good twin or the
Oh,
evil
sorry.
twin, Russ?
With a K.
Either or.
Anyway, Sean is
It's a
dead.
friend's reference.
So who would do such a thing?
Anyone want to chat?
So I was barber swapped last night,
Okay.
and I don't know who I was barber swapped with.
If you did.
So I was a barber.
Oh,
But
Shit.
I wasn't swapped, which means that our boot is out of the way. So I'd rather, I don't know, it might have been a bad idea, but I'd rather get it out of the way early in the game. Only the first night's worth of information is run, rather than have it happen towards the end.
So,
I mean, they could have
yeah.
swapped me, but they didn't. But, yeah.
Whoever was swapped with me, please talk to me. Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Ross.
Yep. Okay.
Peter and Ross are a team. They've
Yep.
talked again and again, clearly.
Do you want to chat?
Peter, I would like to chat with you for a minute.
Okay.
Going to yours.
Which makes me.
Julian, I'll talk with you.
All right, go to my room.
Okay.
Roll. Lynn Buck. No, not Lynn Buck, Lynn and Sean.
Jed, do you want to chat?
Chris, was that me? Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Who's
Who's
yours?
I'll come to you.
Okay.
George.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over to yours. You're at the top.
Okay, cheers.
Cool. Hey, Rosso.
Hello, George.
Hello. Oh,
Hello,
Simon.
hello. What's this?
Hello.
Then?
What's going on then? Oi, oi, oi.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
What's
hello. Fancy a cup of tea?
this? Shall do. In a tick. One of my clients is from Derby.
Oh, that's why I'm in Derby.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and my grandparents, great grandparents were from there too, and yeah, she says in a tick and shall do quite
Yeah.
often. And it reminds me of my grandparents, so I'm glad that she's around.
My mom was in a jiffy.
Ah, nice.
In a jiffy. In a jiffy. Yeah.
Listen. There's Jed.
Yeah. There he
And,
is.
you know, it probably annoyed the heck out of us when we were kids, but now that they're not there, I really like it when I hear it. So
Okay, who would you like to nominate?
I am going to nominate George.
Ross nominates George.
Okay, and the
Ross,
reason yes, the reason I'm going to nominate George is because I am the dreamer, and the information I have points to that, plus to him, plus the people that I've spoken to. It points to him, including some of the outside information that I have. The secondary information tells me that George is the bad guy. If anybody else wants to jump in on,
Yeah, I have information also supports that as well.
I have information that supports that as well.
I've heard during the day that there's information that supports that. So
Anyone else want to jump on?
I want you to defend yourself first.
I have claimed people that I am the flower girl. That's not true. I am actually the dreamer.
I am the dreamer, yo. No way.
No way. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
Aren't you lying? Are you not in fact a liar? No further questions, Your Honor.
I have pertinent info, and
Yep.
pertinent might be too soft a word. So I am the juggler, and I juggled myself as the juggler, Ross as the dreamer, and George as 3 demons, and I got a 3. And Ross as the dreamer checked me last night and saw me as the juggler or a demon. He also saw someone else on the first night who has confirmed that they are who Ross saw them as. So I think this is open and shut.
George is also in an artist pin as a potential demon.
And,
Oh my
and a
God.
sage ping, from what I heard.
Yes. Yes.
George, just kind of a mountain of evidence here, sir.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna.
I think we're gonna go ahead and
Yeah, go so I can take your background.
So I will say this, part of the information. I'm the snake charmer. I almost picked George last night. But I was 50-50 between George and Sean, and I picked Sean.
Oh, thank God.
And then-
All right, 6 votes is enough. Anybody else want to nominate?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. George is dead. Congratulations, you got it.
Can I ask a further question?
Yes.
Was he the Vigor Mortis?
Yes.
Yes, he was the bigger Mortis.
So
Was Sean his minion?
No.
Simon.
Oh, okay.
Can I just ask if there was anyone here who didn't have information against me?
Well, I didn't.
So I don't know what George did to garner all this information, but everybody who had an ability just kept picking George or picking the other person that would have led him away from George. So like I had to give Peter Vigor Mortis because Sean, I just gave, I was trying to like follow up with the artist. Chris asked me if the demon was between George and Peter, so I was like, well, fuck, because not only is George there, but Matt, the snake charmer, is also in there. So no matter how this works out, the demon's gonna be sitting in there. Anyway,
George, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I messed up with the barber because I thought that I forgot that kind of. If I thought it through, I should have realized that Jed was the barber, but I figured that Sean was the barber who I just killed. So I swapped Sean and Lynn, thinking that they were the barber.
Yeah. So let me tell you what happened last night, because I need to crowdsource what happened last night, because holy crap, did a lot of shit happen last night. By the way, Matt, thank you for not picking George, because I came to you late because I forgot you were in the game. And if you had picked George, it would have fucked up so much. So Sean is the original philosopher who comes to me and says, I want to be the sage. So I say, great, turn him into the sage. Then go to Simon, who picks him to be cursed the next day. Then go to George, who decides to kill him. Then come back to George to tell him that there's a barber swap that has to happen, because that's how it happens in the night order. He assumes that means that Sean is the barber and decides to switch Sean with Lynn, which means now I have a really interesting question for you guys. Does Sean get sage information?
Probably no, Sage would be after him the night order, wouldn't it?
It would, but the death would have occurred first.
Yeah, it would have occurred first, so I would think you would get Sage.
I think he wouldn't, because he's not the Sage anymore at the point he gets information.
Well,
right. I don't know. I went back and forth about it, and I ultimately just decided, you know what? I'm going to give him the Sage information and then confuse him all to hell and tell him he's a town crier. Which I think succeeded.
Until the next morning when Lynn called out that she was swapped. I was like, oh, okay.
What I was really interested to see happen if George didn't die today was for him to come the next day and kill Lynn, thinking that Lynn was the barber, who is now the sage.
Oh no. I would be triply screwed.
Oh my
who
goodness.
was witch cursed today?
Sean.
Sean.
Oh, Sean. Okay.
Sean changed his character, was witch cursed, was killed, was barber swapped, and picked by the snake charmer last night.
But I thought you said everybody
Matt,
picked
remember
George.
that smile I made? That's
Yeah.
So what would happen with Matt? That would have fucked everything up. What?
Well, if I picked you,
So
George.
I came to Matt after the barber swap.
Right.
Which means if he had picked you, I would have had to do something in terms of like the night order, because technically he goes first and then can make the kill.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then can make the barber swap and all those things. So it would have been.
I
would have just had to tell him like, I screwed up and you're going last.
I mean, if I didn't have all this mounting evidence against me, my plan was to, because it was a vigor mortis and there should have been one outside instead of two, and the barber had already come forward, I was going to try and play mutant to try and throw off the demon. That's why I claimed dream at the end. But obviously, I couldn't really keep it going because the evidence was overwhelming. Well,
Can I
that's
see the
it.
grimoire?
Yeah.
So, Peter, why did you suspect George?
I try to get one townsfolk to confirm with me so that I can do a Vortox check on myself and that person who hard claims to me, and then I just randomly pick one person and pick 3 demons that aren't Vortox. That's just, I do that every time I'm the juggler. I pick one person. So I was fully expecting to get a 2, and he came to me with a 3, and I did a double take and sort of shifted in my chair and went, "You giving me a 3?"
I saw it was
when I saw that juggle, I was like, "Oh crap!"
I saw it as well because Peter did it, and somebody, I think it might have
and
been
then
Matt
Sean
juggled as
copy
me
and
as the
pasted
demon.
it.
Just
I was
copy
like, yeah.
and paste it, which Peter put
I was
in.
like, what the hell? I hope it's not Peter. Like, I'm gonna be so screwed here.
That's why I thought that Sean was the minion, because I thought he copy and pasted my juggle so that he could say, no, I'm the juggler and I got a 1. You know what I mean? Like that's why when you said George was the demon, I suspected that Sean might have been his minion and a Vigor Mortis killed him to keep his witch power.
Well,
That's why I
I'm
asked.
glad this worked out because I told Simon it's George. It's 100% George, and this is where we're gonna go.
I'm like, what did George do to get so much sus on him? Everybody is like just.
That was fun though. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good
fun.
time.
Also, George was saying
Yeah.
a few ago when he got a yes, meaning there's no Vortox in the game, so he can't even say everyone's getting misinformation.
Yeah.
The hilarious part was that I thought I had all the damning info, and then Ross nominates and has info. Lynn says, "Yeah, I support that." Chris says, "Yeah, I have info."
Sean
Sean
info has info. Everyone has info.
You
get info.
With my artist info, I literally, I was trying to work out which half to decide. And I went, I'm going to pick the George to Peter half.
Chris, wouldn't it have been funny if you'd taken me up on my proposition though, right? 'Cause I went straight to Chris. I went straight to Chris and I was like, listen, Chris, like I've been wanting to do this for a while. Like, are you good? Like, let's just pretend to be twins. And I've already come out as the good and evil twin.
Talk to Jason and Wani about doing that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really want to do that. You find someone else.
Yeah. Well, because I think Simon caught on to what I was trying, right? Because I said that. Were you saying what I said for the possibility of us doing twins, Simon?
No, I was genuinely thinking if I was a twin, I wouldn't come out. That would have been interesting, actually.
That's why I said that, because I thought that's why you responded to me, because I thought we were going to, and then I think somebody even said, like, oh, so which twin are you out of you and Simon? I thought this is great. If me and Simon can talk tomorrow and we can come out as the twins, this would be perfect. But no.
It would have been interesting, definitely, yeah. No, sorry, I wasn't following your trail. I should have.
No.
I was just saying it sucks being a twin, really.
Yeah, yeah.